National Football Week. All those injuries you saw with wide receivers and running backs that Tracy mentioned, but they do have a right tackle coming in. It's a big one for Mayfield. He's excited to get Luke Gedeke back today.
It's a huge one, and I mean, they've had to just have a carousel of different people on the offensive line. Started off that way early in the year, then Worst comes back. That helped a ton. But I think the biggest reason they haven't performed as well in the last couple of weeks, not only the injuries, but the O-line. Now, expect the MVP play of Baker Mayfield to come right back, Jim.
You saw that win percentage. He's done a fantastic job since becoming the quarterback here in 23. And they open the game right up the middle. And it's White. Deck pretty quickly after a pickup of 3. Let's talk a little key matchup here to look out for, Tom.
This is a huge part of this game. It's going to be the matchup to watch. Bucca versus Gonzalez. And you see the young wide receiver, number 2. He's going to have to win against what I think is one of the top corners, if not top 2 corners in the National Football League in Gonzalez. They're going to be playing man-to-man today, Jim, which means mano-a-mano. Who wins? Let's see the fight.
You see Gonzalez doesn't give up touchdowns. And Bucca is healthy after a nagging hamstring that he injured 3 weeks ago. His pass play across
the awesome. Good foul. Yeah.
And flashing down around the 38-yard line.
talk about it right here. Oh, that's an in-breaker, and the right tackle's back. They pick up the pressure inside, and the matchup we just talked about, 1-0, Tampa.
It looked like a slip on the part of Gonzalez. And the Bucs hit the big play to get down to the 37 of the Patriots.
Both these teams get down the field in a hurry, Jim. They are very explosive in the air.
Take the first down handoff, and they dump it off quickly to Otten. The tight end, he's got about 6. And look who's over there to congratulate him and help him get back to his feet, but the quarterback.
But watch Otten on your side over here. He's been an extension. He actually comes from the backside on this one, but he's been an extension basically as a tackle because they've had so many injuries on the right side, right? The right guard's been a carousel all year. Then all of a sudden today you get Gedeke back. And guess what that means? You've done all that hard, dirty work. Now you get to catch some passes.
Might get rewarded.
Exactly. He's earned it.
He's got an early catch. 2nd and 3. They go back to White. Changes direction, and he's right at the sticks. At the 27, into the arms of Spillane.
And this is a great sign. You're going to find very quickly the tone setter. Gedeke comes back at the right tackle. Can they run the football against this defense, who has been off the charts, this defensive unit from New England against the run? Haven't given up a running back 50 yards all year.
It's amazing to think. It's not a single running back.
He's
had a 50
tight
yard.
again.
Had 53. That's a quarterback. It's a quarterback. That's the most anybody's rushed against him. They spotted him short here, Tony, so it's 3rd and a foot. Tucker's the running back. And
Got the first down. Yes.
Gonzalez tries to strip the football, but Tucker 2 arms it down to the 21-yard line and a first down.
Exactly what we said. Great sign for Tampa that they can run the ball right at this front 7 and move the chains. They just ran it twice. And right there, obviously, you're going, okay, as the coordinator, I trust it a little more now.
It's amazing, this run defense. The 75 yards a game, that's the lowest allowed by New England in a season since 1966 through 9 games.
And they've had some good defenses, just to get heads up.
Yeah. Another first down. Little play action. We're looking deep. Now comes to the right.
Got all touchdown. Yes.
Tony, and it's a touchdown right at the start for Emeka Egbuka.
Baker Mayfield's eyes. Now he's going to throw right here, but watch Baker. He pump fakes there, resets, and fires. And it's Baker's ability with his resetting his feet, holding the defense with their eyes on him, and Egbuka with a great start.
Yeah, he had a catch for 24 yards, and that one for 21 and a touchdown. McLaughlin with the extra point. Boy, that didn't take long. The Bucs take 3.
UFC is going to be on Paramount Plus.
Who are you talking to?
Go on.
Get new doorbusters every Friday all season long at Best Buy.
The global sports phenomenon. This January. New CBS Tuesday.
He made escape from federal prison. It's actually one of Gibbs' first cases. I don't know how people solve crimes in the 90s. 3 decades, hell of a long time.
Mark Harmon returns in the NCIS crossover event. CBS Tuesday and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by FedEx, the new power move. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Best Buy. Imagine that.
The current Sunshine Skyway Bridge. It crosses Tampa Bay and runs just over 4 miles in total length. Buca, we tried to tell you, he's healthy now through 5 games. He was probably the most electrifying offensive rookie in the league this year. He had a big game out of Seattle, but then against San Francisco, hurt a hamstring. Hasn't been the same, but he's back 100%. We saw it already, and here's the run back. Chisholm for 28 yards, and let's bring out Drake May and the Patriots on a roll with 6 straight wins, and the numbers are just astronomical in so many different ways. Look at 74% completion percentage, second best ever through 9 games, only bettered once by Drew Brees.
Wow, and you called it the coming out party. I mean, it's been outstanding. Watch the tape this week, as good a deep ball throwers I've seen in a long time, and they get the ball down the field. He's very accurate, but this is the game you want to see.
On first down, he's throwing and connecting with Diggs, who went over 11,000 career yards with that catch. And it started to rain, by the way, when the offense took the field. So a little shower in the area.
I honestly think we're going to see more throwing in this game than you've seen in a long time. But now with the rain, does that change? No, not for these two guys who can spin it. But this will be fun, because this is going to be an aerial attack today, Jim.
Jennings is in at running back. Not Henderson.
I know.
Without Ramondre Stevenson, as Tracy reported. Here's a 2nd and 1. And Jennings is stopped. Let's talk about a key matchup on this side. You just had the key matchup with Buca scoring a touchdown. What about here?
These teams are so similar. They're so well coached. Both defensive coaches, right? Todd Bowles, Mike Vrabel. Now you got Bowles against McDaniels, one of the great play callers from Josh McDaniels. 38 plays for 20-plus yards. And then you've got the guy who feasts on teams who like to try and throw deep. Todd Bowles will come after Drake May like he has not seen in his young career. This is a great challenge for him, but also a great opportunity.
Henderson, the rookie running back out of Ohio State, comes in on 3rd and 1. May tries to sneak for it. I don't think he got there.
He did not get there. And you want to know what I tell you, Tim? You want to try and run at Vita Vea? I don't care if it's a sneak or a run. Good luck. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Do something else.
Well, they're going for it.
Let's cut to the chase.
Going for it at their own 43-yard line.
If Tampa wants to stop the run, they will.
Needs a half a yard.
Tonga's in. We saw this last week. Expect a play action. Deep tackle playing fullback right here.
There he is.
Let's cut the chase. What the heck?
Picked up by Jennings. So Terrell Jennings, who last week found the end zone in the game against Atlanta, he ran him on 2nd down and then on 4th down, and he picks up the first. And we get Tonga trying to lead the way.
They
Now
use the
this
entire
shit's
roster.
fall.
No one better than New England. I mean, they did it back in the day with Vince Wilfork, Richard Seymour. No, Vrabel's got 12 touchdowns, even though he played defense in his career. But Tonga coming in, getting that size, impressive start.
On first down, May, on a pass play, lost it over the head of Hollins.
Yeah.
Hey, you always like to stop on under the radar guys. Let's focus on Tonga.
Well, guess what his position is? Defensive tackle. And boy, he plays well inside. Not unlike Vita Vea. It's hard to run at this guy. He has the ability to shed, two-gap things, go either way. But guess what? You're so good at that. Let's put you on the other side of the ball and move people. And then guess what they brought out on a huge 4th down call? They bring him in to send a message.
5th-year player out of BYU, who was a fullback on that Jennings touchdown run last week against Atlanta. Cleared the way. Here's May, 2nd and 10. And then over the head, back-to-back targets of Hollins without a chance really to catch either one of them.
This is concerning right now. It's raining. I haven't seen Drake May play in the rain yet that I have seen. And I'm now seeing 2 balls come out of his hand a little bit where the ball is sailing. His hand is under the ball a little bit too much. And I think right now it's going to be hard for him to be as accurate as he's been all year down the field, because he's been incredibly accurate.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Brings Henry into the backfield along with Henderson.
Look at all the disruption, the disguise. This is straight Todd Bowles at his best.
May from the pocket sends it down the way, and it's over the head of Hollins. And it's another one looked at sail a bit, Tony, to your point.
You're exactly right. And I think certain guys throwing motions cater to certain things, and when the ball gets slippery and wet, he's got more of a rounded motion, and the ball just, he doesn't miss like this when you watch the tape. Very often I've seen 3 straight throws that have sailed, like you said, high.
So, after one first down, which was hard-earned on a 4th down run, they have to now bring out the punting unit. Maringer forces the fair catch. No, good fake there by the returner, Cameron Johnson. But it falls into the end zone after 55, net 35.
Just $8. Get 10 tender, juicy chicken McNuggets.
Classified document.
And a medium drink. The 10-piece McNuggets meal for $8.
For the first time ever, America loves the DMV.
Aww.
Here at the DMV, we have unlimited bathroom breaks.
Yeah, this week Tuesday night. I gotta be quiet because I want to hear the TV
10-piece
commercial.
McNuggets meal for $8.
For the first time ever, America loves the DMV.
Aww.
Here at the DMV, we have unlimited bathroom breaks. Nothing here works.
Now serving meals in comedy DMV. CBS tomorrow.
Yeah, this week Tuesday night I heard Ricky say country Williams the Paul Scouts anywhere back for the NFC title.
The rain disappears. Who's in control of this? Bucks offense playing in sunshine for the second time. There's a handoff.
It's the first down. Yes.
We go down to Tracy.
And the Bucks were finally getting healthy along the offensive line, but now left guard Ben Bredesen has a hamstring injury. He did give a thumbs up to his family in the crowd, but he is in the locker room and listed as doubtful to return.
And you see number 60 has come in for him. Michael Jordan comes in at left guard.
Right there is Bredesen. Ouch. Splits, and you called it. They called in the big guns. Here comes Mike Jordan.
Desperate times. You got to call him Michael Jordan now.
Feels like we're in Space Jam 2, and you think it's that Michael Jordan, and it's not.
Here's Baker in trouble. Oh, it's
Dropped
dropped. After all that footwork to stay free for Mayfield, it falls incomplete.
Great pressure right here on the right side. Coming in was Gibbons, but one of the keys to the game on our Wayfair, when you get around Mayfield, get him on the ground. He's very slippery. That could have been a very big play. Great job extending. New England's usually very good technically at that, but Baker's done that to so many guys that created big plays this year.
Baker feeling a whole lot better after the bye week. Was not happy with the offensive performance the 2 weeks leading into the bye. A loss at Detroit and a win at New Orleans. 2nd and 10 as Tucker makes up.
Got the first down. Yes.
On a 12-yard rumble. Run it behind Barton, the center.
They catch him in a blitz. You're going to see middle linebackers going to come right to the other side. Tavia, once you get out of that gap, it's just a perfect call versus a pressure Swank can't get off of Barton there. And this is, like I said, great sign for Tampa that they can run the ball in this unit. Bad sign for New England they couldn't throw in the rain. We'll see if it rains again when they get the ball back.
If that's the case, we're going to call for an investigation. 1st and 10, Tucker rips off a quick 4 before Barmore trips him up. It is update time. Our first chance to say hello to Adam Shine in New York.
Hello, Jim Nance. Rico Dowdle runs it in for a score. He's on a heater. And here's the key. Fake pump, no flag. 7-0. Panthers. Back to you.
How about those Panthers, by the way, at 5-4 on the year with a win last week against Green Bay at Lambeau Field. They're better than a lot of people think.
I think that game last week was like, whoa, Carolina's what?
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, guess what? New England has that opportunity today to show everybody they're for real. Because we know that Tampa just needed to get their horses back and get healthy, and they are.
2nd and 7. Pass almost intercepted. Oh, Gibbons had a hand on it. 2 hands on it. Couldn't hold on.
Very similar play. You're going to watch. Remember on the touchdown, we got the same route concept. He should have taken the tight end right here. He's going to look to the outside, but look at how open he is outside. Otten was wide open. Baker got greedy and almost cost him.
Brings up a 3rd and 7. Got a timeout called by the Buccaneers. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this.
Uber Eats knows you crave Crunchwrap Supreme.
Coming out of a Tampa timeout, they've got a 3rd and 7. Trying to extend this second drive of the game. They took the first one to distance.
Well, this is a really, really good 3rd down unit.
But not so good at home.
No, not Tampa. I mean, New England's defense.
Gotcha.
Tampa's pretty good too, but this defense gives you a lot of different looks. They got talent. Got to protect the quarterback.
Mayfield sidearms it incomplete.
You guess who was on who? One goes to Bucca earlier. This one goes to Gonzalez. I want you to watch Christian Gonzalez right here. He's going to go ahead, stick his foot in the ground, and there's no space. Really sticky defense. Baker tries to get it in there, but a little risky.
Dixon comes in to punt. The always dangerous Marcus Jones is standing back at the 8.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he slips. He was ready to make a cut, which he's famous for. 48-yard punt. Patriots are pinned inside the 10. Yeah, field conditions a little tough right now. 7-0 Tampa.
Verizon, the best 5G network. There's only one best.
All right, back for the second series for New England. Things a little drier in the air anyway for them for this series. After the skies opened up the first time they had it.
The Tampa got the home field advantage. Give the rein to the other team. The cleats, they've slipped a couple times. We'll find out if that continues.
Look at Tonga come in and move in motion as they run it behind him on the right side with Jennings for only 1. This was a team last year. Well, they had to make the change. Mayo out, Vrabel in. You talk about
that blows my mind.
Vrabel being the head coach of the New England Patriots. I can't think of many things that makes more sense than that. Look at all the things they've done. 7-2 under Mike.
It's impressive, and if they can win this game, they've got one of the easiest schedules going forward. But when you bring in Mike Vrabel, you automatically get culture. You get things defined. You get accountability. And what he's done is he's really created the detail they needed. And then you go ahead and get the right coaches. He hires McDaniels with a Drake May. You've seen it fruition.
Sideline pass caught by Diggs. Good job of pulling that one down. And he's got a first down. Pick up a 10.
This is the matchup you want to go after. McCollum, he's actually a really good corner. He gets a lot of targets. He's solid. Really good tackling corner as well. But if I'm throwing to one side, I'm going there. These teams are so similar, Jim. It's Jamal Dean. Don't want to necessarily throw at him. Gonzalez for New England, I don't necessarily want to throw at him. And look at Diggs' career.
Yeah. With his first catch in this game, he went over the 11K mark. As they give it again to Jennings, who's seen more action in the backfield than Henderson so far. No gain.
And I think that his styles make fights. I mean, they brought him up from the practice squad, Jennings, and it's because he's a load coming in there, right? He got 11 carries last week, but he's going to fit in there. He's tough, he's physical, and it's like, you don't want little guys running right in the middle, which means they're going to run power, things right up that middle part and try and get the extra yards. Nothing there, though.
Okay, he comes out with Henderson coming in. Again, Stevenson out for the second straight week. Nursing a toe injury, double tight end. 2nd and 10. May on the run. Throws it Out of bounds. Diaby was chasing after May. Forced the throw away.
Yeah, Diaby did a great job. Power rush, pushing the tackle right back on the rookie Campbell. But he doesn't give up the rush lane integrity. And the perfect job is making the quarterback roll to his left and deep away. This is the toughest part for a young quarterback. I know he's had a great year, Drake May, but this is Todd Bowles. Game's plan specific. He's doing these new things we haven't seen before. Watch out.
They toss it to Henderson. Blockers in front. Henderson has a first down. Almost broke it. Team may have saved the touchdown.
You're exactly right. And guess who's really smart? We talked about the matchup earlier. Todd Bowles against Josh McDaniels. He says, I'm not going to put my young quarterback in harm's way to go against Todd Bowles on a 3rd and long and make him read it out. I'm going to go ahead and run an outside toss. Pull Morgan Moses and go ahead and make the game simple. What a play call by Josh McDaniels.
And Henderson's first carry of the game goes for 16.
I think they're going to have to run outside. If they're going to run the ball today, they're going to have to do it on the edges.
On first down, they go Henderson again, trying to run it between the tackles, nothing there.
I don't know how many times they say it. I will say, these teams are so similar, like 80 different ways. Neither one rushes for a ton of yards. They average like 3.8 yards a carry. But New England does stay committed to the run, and that sets up their big plays. Like when they're running in the middle, that's to set up that toss that they did on 3rd down. That next time is to set up a play action, and no one marries his concepts and layers it better than Josh McDaniels. Todd Bowles knows that.
2nd and 10. Westover, the fullback, is in the backfield, offset. May down the middle, almost intercepted by Winfield, who was wrestling with Cooper for the football.
Mayfield's right there in the middle, and boy, is he a great football player. I mean, watching him, watch Winfield right there. He's a middle safety, and he knows no one is threatening him on the outside, so he comes out of the middle onto Hooper. And I mean, he's got 18 sacks in 6 years, 8 picks, 12 forced fumbles, 10 fumble recovers. He does it all.
It's the 3rd time they've had 3rd down and 9 or longer. Stepping up. He's not short of the first. By Roberts.
This is a great job by Roberts. The one area you have to do is close the middle. No one does it like Drake May. Drake May doesn't run up and out like other quarterbacks. He likes to go straight through the middle. So watch Roberts. He goes up, retraces right back. Todd Bowles knew that was a key component. Did it well.
Behringer with the punt, traveling to only the 23-yard line. 38-yard punt. Well, that defense of the Bucs made 74% on the year, but it's only 2 for 7 in the first quarter.
Confidence isn't given.
Partners. Sitting by Rickoff's side is the great Brian Galvin, and we're ready to go here with the 3rd series for Mayfield.
And this is where you have your first 15, everything's done. Now you can attack whatever you see so far.
Play action and unable to get it to Durham. Incomplete. The Tampa Bay Bucs and EverFi, funded by the NFL Foundation, hosted a special character playbook event in partnership with the National Medal of Honor Museum Foundation. Nearly 300 students were treated to an engaging panel discussion with Medal of Honor recipient Staff Sergeant Earl D. Plumley and Buccaneers legend Richard Batman Wood about the values of courage, integrity, and commitment, doing a lot of good things in this community. Through the NFL and through the Buccaneers.
Baker with a good job on the count, knowing who's blitzing right up to the middle, Spillane. Come on.
There's a handoff, there's traffic, able to spin out of it is White. Oh, that's a nice piece of running to get out to the 30-yard line. And a pickup of 7, looked like he was going to be stuck for no gain. Again, they're going without Bucky Irving this week, still out with foot and shoulder injuries.
Great move there. That should have been a minus play. And then Shepard comes in and does a great job with the block. And that was all effort. Boom. These are two really well-coached football teams. Honestly, you watch it. They don't play sloppy football. They play it the right way.
Got a 3rd and 3.
Man-to-man. See him coming down with the running back so I get the motion. Now Baker knows where to start with his eyes.
Getting flushed out of the pocket. All kinds of trouble. It's going down back at the 20-yard line. Oh, he got chased by Chason, who had to stay with it and eventually got him. That was one of the keys right there for you, Tony.
Yeah, got to get him on the ground. And I thought, obviously, this is going to go down as a sack, and the O-linemen don't like it, but this one's on Baker. He's got to let go of this ball at some point. But the effort by Chason. But look at the coverage. Covered. Everyone was covered.
The loss of 10. We're back to Riley Dixon booting it away.
And I heard the chase on.
That was truly unintentional. Just kind of fell in place. As Marcus Jones returns it to the 46. We
flag on play.
38. On the right side, 38. His first flag of the game.
During the return, hold. Receiving team, number 41.
Yes!
Alex Kemp headlining this crew today. Jones recently rewarded with a new contract. He's been the guy that's helped this team in so many ways. He's gotten so good on defense, too.
I mean, he plays the star, and he does so much stuff for him. You see the penalty right here. Yeah, that'll get called every time. But watch, you talk about Jones, just his movement, and his versatility.
Yeah.
I mean, having guys like that's invaluable. He plays everywhere on defense. You can move him around, but this is right now where Josh McDaniels usually comes up with some big type of play. We've seen it for 2 drives, and now you figure out what the defense is doing. Canning the play, alerting it, getting to the right play.
Final second of the first quarter. They fake it to Henderson. Tony, you're right. Going down the field. They got the big play. Here it goes. Running down the sideline is Williams. Williams, the rookie, has the touchdown. I don't know how you felt it coming here, Tony, but you called it. Here's the big play, 72 yards to the rookie from Washington State.
You just have seen enough football. I'm going to watch out, Tampa. Once I get a beat on you, that means Josh McDaniels gets a beat on you, and I know what you're going to be in. This is right at that time where you got to be, switch up what we're doing. Don't give them the same look. And Josh, great at it. And Drake May with another huge play down the field.
This was a player they were really excited to try to get the ball in the hands of. And Kyle Williams' extra point is good. He had not had a catch since week 3 against Pittsburgh. It's the Patriots' longest play this season. The end zone is that way, the assistant coach says.
Young marriage is all about compromise. Was that okay?
No! Then let's get thinking.
Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is all new. CBS this Thursday. New CBS Thursday.
You and I have to find a way to work together.
Kathy Bates is back in the new season of Matlock.
You only get one shot. Sounds like the storms are coming.
Matlock is all new. CBS Thursday, 9/8 Central, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
What an explosive finish to the end of the first quarter. Back here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. That's the longest play by the Patriots in 4 years, the 72-yard touchdown pass. We were hearing about Kyle Williams in our meetings with the Patriots yesterday.
Well, I think the biggest thing you find is they're explosive, and that's the longest, but they create big plays, but they set them up. And that's the whole reason why they stay committed to the run, because they got into another run look right there, gets you to play man, and they also knew Dean was out on that play. Backup corner Morrison comes in. Let's go ahead and get him on him, run across the field. Funny how that works.
Cameron Johnson on the return. And down at the 30. Some people call this the Brady Bowl, since Tom, of course, won 6 Super Bowls for New England and 1 for Tampa. How about a little comparison? And look at what our crew has said. It's out of the truck. A clone? I get it. But look at the numbers. Some similarities to 22 career games. You know, you don't want to start hanging any kind of comparisons for anybody on Tom Brady.
It looks like you are.
I didn't make the graphic. I'm reporting on what I'm seeing.
You're saying his career's going to go like Brady's. Got it. You're on the no. It is.
Here's Tucker. Well, I mean, it's a great for what it's worth in 22 games.
Yes, he's playing outstanding. I mean, long way to go to career there, but that's a great sign for New England. They've got a future. You know it now.
Everybody knows that with this kid.
That's what every team's looking for, to have your guy for the next decade, right? And I think that's enough games to tell. He's for real.
Of course, there was that Brady Bowl game in October of 21 on a rainy, cold night at Foxborough, and Tom took Tampa Bay up there. An emotional night for everyone. And the Buccaneers won that one on that rainy Sunday night. We've dealt with some rain in this one already. Mayfield to Shepard. He's got 8. Brought down by Carlton Davis, who spent his first 6 years in the league right here in Tampa.
You'll see Otten and guard, center, so you got everyone out there, Jordan, Barton, but really this is just perfect blocking. Everyone's coming over there. It's just a great play call versus the look, and the screen game has really helped Baker last year and this year in this offense.
Got a 3rd and 2.
Trying to determine who's coming, who's not. It's tough. Pretending who is actually coming.
Incomplete. The matchup went to Bucca, and Gonzalez was right there on the coverage.
This is really where the keys to the game is who wins this matchup. We talked about it early in the show, but if Bucca wins this, it's an easy first down. It's man-to-man. You go to your top guy. But their top guy's really good, too. The ball's a little outside, but it is a cool matchup to watch, Jim.
Baker, 1 of his last 6 since tossing that touchdown on the opening drive of the game to Bucca. And Dixon, punt number 3. No return this time, fair caught at the 13 by Jones.
Flag is down.
This is not who they are. The horses all aren't back yet. What happens when Mike Evans and Godwin come back? Then it's like, well, Gonzalez can't guard all of them.
Yeah. And Bucky Irving.
Yes. They just needed to get
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 22. At the distance of the goal line, first down, timeout.
Saltwood.
Yeah, there's Bucky Irving. Not quite ready. They thought they might have him out of the 5, but he's still not healthy. Hope he's close.
something that you can see through.
I know, he sacrificed for the job.
We have an international assassin on our hands.
Wherever you go, so does the FBI.
FBI is all new CBS tomorrow and streaming on Paramount Plus.
And the Glazer family looking on. I don't think they get enough attention for what they've done as far as winning division titles in a row. This franchise, 4 consecutive NFC South titles, 3 of them under the command of Todd Bowles, and they're leading again in the NFC South at 6-2. Out of the shotgun, May able to go underneath with Diggs and a 3rd catch.
Yeah.
You know, Jason Light's another guy, the general manager for them, who was former director of player personnel up in New England.
Yeah, he just got done working out, and I'm impressed that he got here so early. But I think he is so good at his job. It's a trickle down, right? Who you hire as a general manager, he then decides, and then you go, okay, who are we going to have as a head coach? Oh, we get Todd Bowles. Huge hire, huge hire. Then where do you go from there? Okay, boom, we go get Baker Mayfield. To keep winning after Brady, that's rare. That was huge.
Yep, been their GM since 2014. Done a great job. Here's May. Incomplete. Diggs looking around for a flag. He gets one. Just made an appeal, and then the flag came out.
Now they're attacking.
Pass interference.
That's
Defense
the
number
boys,
21. Ball's placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Well, guess who they're attacking? Morrison, the 2nd-round pick, who is getting better, I think, each week. But you can't shake hands on the field right there. But that's now 2 plays. Oh, come on.
He did not agree with that, but it's a 10-yard penalty.
I like him. He's going to be a good player, and he's gotten better. But right now, they're targeting because Dean is out. So you see on the side, there's Morrison up there. And you got McCollum down here. So that's interesting. I'd keep attacking.
1st and 10. And that one threaded for a catch of about 7 for Hollins. Update time it is again. And that means you, Adam Shine.
Tim, Tony, developing situation in Miami. The Bills are down 2 scores. Tua Tagovailoa, his 2nd touchdown pass of the game. This one was gorgeous. Back to the end zone for Jalen Waddle. 13-0 Dolphins. Early 2nd. Back to you.
Yeah, the Bills, they need a wake-up call. Playing down here in the Sunshine State over in Miami. Here's a 2nd and 3.
Just a bit outside.
What was that? Let's go down to Tracy.
Jim, an injury update on the Patriots sideline. They're already without Ramondre Stevenson, and now Terrell Jennings has been running up and down. He spent some time in the blue tent. They were looking at his left knee. They did bring up, remember, to Ernest Johnson, so we'll see if he gets some run in here. But right now they're down 2 running backs.
Well, that's interesting there. I mean, right there, last play, Henry, that was not on May. Henry made it look like he was going to go out and then stop. But right now, what do you do? This all looks, they're just standing here. Who's coming?
3rd and 3, ball tipped and complete. Batted in the air at the line of scrimmage. Hung in the air for a while. Harmlessly falls to the ground.
Yeah, he's lucky he got the ball out right here. You can't see who's coming and who's not, but he knew the ball had to come out. And in some ways, you're lucky this is tipped, because I want you to watch. They love to run trap stuff. Watch the outside corners. He's going to come running in there. And that's Todd Bowles to a T. They call those trap coverages. Throw it here, and someone drops it.
Fair catch at the 25 by Cameron Johnson after a 44-yard punt. Got a 7-7 game going on here in the 2nd quarter.
worst nightmare. The bed at the savage.
This is my revenge.
We don't know what to expect. Nobody's safe. Nobody has an answer. Survival is all new. CBS Wednesday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Chili's 3 for Me, the best $10.99 you can eat. And by USAA, official salute to service partner of the NFL.
Some of the sights of Tampa, Florida, which you took in yesterday with your beautiful bright canvas.
Yeah.
Walked the streets.
We did. They just showed one of the spots there, and I was like, wait, I was there with my wonderful bright canvas Ramo, who I dearly love, and is here watching. I love you.
Here's the first and 10. Has the pass.
Got the first down. Yes.
On the sideline by Taz Johnson.
I can tell right now, I would get up on the ball and do more hurry up and get some of these guys a little more tired out. The humidity today, Jim, it's real. And I think you're seeing with the ball, you had the Rainer. It's a great comeback route, just a deep out. Tez has really come on. But to me, with the humidity, with dominant defensive lines at times, right? Both these guys, I try and keep them on the field, run some more plays a little quicker instead of trying to just get to the perfect one and tire them out so you can win the second half even.
They toss it to White. And look at all of the Patriots who were there to stop it for no gain. They ran for 47 yards on them in the first quarter, which is significant against this rush defense.
You're not kidding. I mean, it was impressive. And one of the areas that coaches do at quarterbacks, you know, when you play, it's like you adjust to the game you're in. You have a plan coming in. Well, the Patriots are really, really good, and so is Tampa, at adjusting within the game, what your opponent gives you and how to figure out ways to run it. Well, you see Zach Kerr right there. He's done a great job. I want to send our condolences, obviously, to Terrell Williams.
Wishing him the best.
Yeah, he's loved it.
He's doing well in his recovery. Here's the
Got the first down. Yes.
play to Otten. Got the first down. 10 of 11.
And he's had this over and over. He just hasn't taken it. Watch right here. Right in between. You're going to find that area of the field will be open a lot. Really against both teams. Similar structures defensively, and Baker now getting that beat on the team and what they're playing today.
And the pass down the middle.
Got the first down. Yes.
Has a big gain. Back that goes for 31. That's his third catch of 20 plus in this game already.
This is a dime right in the middle right here. Deep in route. We had multiple guys open, but I feel like this is set up on the first few drives, just like the Patriots did. Now the Patriots scored on theirs. This was close. But to me, this is the cat and mouse game. When you call your shot play, and does it work?
3 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown for Emeka Egbuka. First down, set the screen. All Patriots around that. In fact, it was a tough catch with that many defenders in the area, including Robert Spillane. Lost 2.
Such a well-coached team. Watch Gibbons right here. He's going to go ahead and guard the tailback, and he sprints right to it. And that's why he had to go back inside. It was going to be a screen that cuts back in, but White knows Gibbons is coming. Just fundamentally sound. This team is DTF, Jim. Patriots, details, toughness, and they finish. That's my moniker.
That sounds very close to what Vrabel tells him, too. Yeah, I think the team might be technique for him, but it's all good. Here's the pass, knocked out of the hands. Was that a catch? They say it didn't think he had a long enough ignore a football move by Otten.
It definitely looked that way. But we should probably take a look. What do you think? It's so complete. It's a complete.
Yeah.
That could be the difference in this game, though. Both quarterbacks, Baker's getting into a rhythm right now. Both of them were kind of similar to start the game. Run game similar. The Buccaneers have won that turnover battle, been dominant earlier, but this is the time where you get in trouble.
3rd and 11.
One-on-one with our matchup.
Go to the other side with a screen and produces only 4. Who's the only tight end to have caught a ball this year for the Bucs. And now they'll trot out the field goal unit with McLaughlin.
Yeah, both teams playing it close to the vest, right? On 3rd and long. Because you know how good both teams can be in those situations on defense.
Let's see what Chase can do with a chippy, because last game out 2 weeks ago before the bye, he was all good from 50 plus, 3 for 3.
NFL special teams, or NFC special teams player of the week.
Yeah. 36-yard attempt right here. He's 8 for 8 this year, 50 and beyond. So the short one
needs a field goal. Yes.
For the lead at 10-7. Halfway through quarter 2. Bucs go on the field goal.
Chase McLaughlin.
America's #1 TV show heads west.
I wouldn't.
Tracker is all new. CBS tonight and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Our amazing shots of today's game provided by Nationwide. 36-yard field goal by Chase McLaughlin. As Baker Mayfield and the Bucs up 10-7.
He's provided such great leadership for this team coming in. That's not an easy job, replacing Tom Brady, but boy, did they pick the right one.
Here's a return. Chisholm. Very little to go. How about the amazing MVP race? We talked about both of these quarterbacks in it, even though Baker doesn't want to hear about it right now.
Oh, he's in it, and especially getting the team a little healthier and by the end. And guess who else is climbing?
Yeah.
Right after the top 2, Drake May, he's like, guys, yeah, we're up here. Come on, try and get us. You can't join us. Yeah, come on, guys.
Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs on a bye. He was at his alma mater's game yesterday, seeing Texas Tech with a Big 12 matchup, a key one against BYU. And Josh and the Bills got ground to make up down in Miami. Toss play. to Henderson.
Boy, this would be a huge win for Drake May, right? They hit the Bills earlier.
Look at what he's done. We talk about his completion percentage and 9+ yards per attempt through 9 games of a season in NFL history. The other guys to do so went on and won the MVP that year.
I mean, those are some of the best years, if not the best year, of each of those guys' career, statistically in some ways, and he's in that company now. This is the toughest challenge I think he's had to date. We're going to see how he develops and plays this out.
On 2nd and 10. Flag down as he flips it over to Douglas, who picks up 7.
He needs to do that a little bit earlier. This should be on the defense, actually, for an offside. But to me, Drake, if he just checks it down a little more, because he's always got the big play thought process, right? And the more he does that and does it earlier, they'll have less sacks. I mean, they've had 16 in the last 3 games.
Offside. Defense number 0. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
All right, for more on
But Jim, we talked to Josh McDaniels about what makes Drake May so special, and he said his capacity is elite. What he can process, how fast he can process is incredible. He said you can have a football conversation with him, and you don't need a whiteboard or film. He just sees it. He also said he's smart, he's mature, he takes accountability for his mistakes, and he sets the tone on and off the field. Just impressive for a 23-year-old quarterback in just his 2nd year.
That's well said, Tracy. And he's an effortless down the field thrower, excellent vertical route thrower, and he's learning football at a much higher level. Look at him. He's calling the mic, getting to the right play, telling guys who to block, telling him what to do, and then tells his guy to jump off.
All-star. Offense number 58. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Yeah, it's called on Wilson. He's telling him this, telling him that. Telling his left guard, I'll jump offside.
All right, you do this. Hey, you got to do this. I like it. Go ahead, Wilson. No, not you. I didn't say you go.
Should Wilson.
I think it's 2nd and 9 coming up.
Vrabel is not like sloppy football. You can control what you can control, and that's definitely pre-snap stuff.
They get to Henderson. And now throw it down the middle to Diggs. Down at the 42-yard line. Tyke Smith able to drag him down after 19, though, and a 1st down.
Look at this. He's got 2 options. You can throw the cross, or he's going to set there and then throw the dig behind him. Boom. He's about to throw it, resets, and this is where I talk about the effortless motion he has to get the ball down the field in a hurry. Great play design.
Good play fake. And it's catch number 4 for the 4-time Pro Bowler, Stephon Diggs.
Level football.
Scrambling. He takes him off. Slides down wisely. Levante David. Pick up 3.
Wisely. Sliding, and right here the receivers are double move right there, coming back to a comeback, and this was a possible shot play. He's looking to the right at this point. He's already scrambled, but I feel like that's a positive play, staying in phase, keeps him not in the long yards. That's the only time the pitch has been stopped a lot is when all of a sudden they take the sacks, get the negative yardage.
2nd and 7. Here they rush 5, and they get the pass away for another 1st down. Caught this time by Hollins.
What a big pickup Hollins is. I felt like Buffalo was going to be hurt a little bit in their run game. He takes out people, safeties, but he's also this big body. Not a ton of separation there, but it doesn't matter because he can throw it right on his chest. But the O-line does a great job with pressure coming in. And Drake May doesn't need a lot of space. He can throw from a phone booth and get it down the field in a hurry, and he's getting into that rhythm now.
He's got 7 completions, all of them to wide receivers. Hasn't hit Henry yet. Hasn't hit anybody out of the backfield yet. As they bring in Ernest Johnson at running back. Going on the run. And it's out of bounds. Coverage there by Jacob Parrish. You like the looks of this rookie out of Kansas State.
I really do. You're exactly right. I mean, to me, their 3rd-round pick is a great young corner. They were able to move Smith back to safety this year because of how good he is. I mean, he handles double screens, he can tackle, and he's getting better and better. But he's solidified that position for them.
Jamel Dean is back into the secondary for the Bucks. There he is on the far side, 33-yard line. Set up a screen for Douglas. Tiptoes and gets near the sticks. We go back down to Tracy.
Jim, you mentioned Jamel Dean being back out there, and I was told, he did not play any snaps in those last 2 drives, and I was told that's because Todd Bowles really wants to rotate these cornerbacks. He's trying to getting reps for rookie Benjamin Morrison.
That's true. Not the worst thing in the humidity either.
3rd and 2. And again, there was movement.
False start.
False start. Offense number 76. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
We'll get both
3-snap penalty on this drive.
Well, this is where it's interesting. You're on the road, and you'll see 2 guys jump here, both tackles, but they're using the cadence. In other words, their voice. 180, 180 said hot. So you're on the road. Usually you use silent count, but there's a lot of Patriot fans here today. So they feel like they could do it, and you make that determination when you get there. We'll see if that continues.
Big penalty. Might have put him out of field goal range. 3rd and 7.
Now he's going to lift the legs. They went silent count. That's why the center's looking at him.
There's the blitz. Got the pass away. And there he goes. It's Douglas. Pop Douglas down to about the 13-yard line.
This is outstanding, and Drake May has been incredible this year. You're going to blitz here, but you're going to pop him out, and you'll get Douglas to go right by the defensive end Nelson, and that, you can't pressure Drake May. He's been outstanding this year.
Here he is on 1st down. He was looking at the end zone. It wasn't there, and he's taken out of the by Elijah Robertson. 2-minute warning.
I thought that was going to be a part of this game. Todd Bowles wants the pressure. Drake May's great against it.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by T-Mobile, now the best network in America, and by Uber Eats. When football makes you hungry, order Uber Eats.
We're back coming out of the 2 halftime report. The Verizon halftime report. The whole crew, including Bill Cowher on the desk, who drafted Coach Vrabel into the league. Third-round pick by Pittsburgh in 1997. All the scores and highlights coming up. Here's a 2nd and 11. They get it to Hunter Henry, and Henry is within 1.5 yards of a first down. 3rd down on the way. And timeout called by New England. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this.
Once Mindy heard about Walmart's Black Friday deals, she called on an old friend, one who loved a good steal.
Walmart Black Friday deals are online November 14th through 16th. Walmart Black Friday.
It's kind of catchy.
Before you are Arby's new steak nuggets. It is a perfect piece of steak that has been cut up into nuggets. How has no one done this before?
Arby's, we have the meat.
The first signal was a timeout in the direction of New England. Wasn't sure why they would do that. They didn't. It was a timeout called by Tampa. As you see, they just targeted a tight end.
18 attempts. I thought they'd have to throw it at least 35, 40 times to win. You can't run just consistently against this team.
3rd and 2. Henderson. Oh, he's close. They're going to rule him down.
Like I said, you got to run against this team. He's going to be short here with that.
3rd and final charge timeout for Tampa Bay at 1:44. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Good call on the spot.
Yep, and that's exactly, if you're New England, how you wanted this to play out. Really smart on the screen, not only because you get the 9 yards, but it also makes Tampa, you know you're going to not have an incompletion outside for the most part. So you make them use the timeout. Then you run the ball, making them use the last timeout. So I'm going to go ahead and say, run the ball here. Even if you get stopped, it'll take another 35, 40 seconds off the play clock. And if you score, great.
And they're going to bring back Tonga at fullback. He led the brigade for a touchdown run from a yard out last week for Jennings.
He's a mountain of a man. If Vita Vea wasn't out here today, then I would say he's the biggest guy, but there he is. Follow him.
1st and goal, and
he purposefully didn't
that
score.
was amazing to see.
So this is incredible.
You don't see this very often.
No.
They know they're out of timeouts.
Mike Vrabel did that on purpose because he knows if we score, there's more time. So he just purposely stays not trying to lose yards, but not trying to score. Risky, but to me, Mike Vrabel has done so many little things like this over the years, always ahead of the curve situationally. One of the reasons you go hire him as a head coach. Phenomenal.
That's a wrinkle you'd never see.
No.
You'd never see. As the clock approaches a minute to go.
As long as they score.
Yep. 2nd and goal, Tonga stays in at fullback.
Now you try and score.
It's Henderson, and he is stacked up. And they had tried, but he couldn't get there. Brought down by Gaines and Simmons.
What a job by Simmons. Right in the middle. And it was Nelson coming from the outside. Gaines right there, actually. But Simmons really pushed the pocket there, and you see the size. Remember, when this team wants to shut the run down, they are very good at it. They have more run stuffs than anybody.
Yeah. Vrabel's all the way down at the 1 yard line on the sideline, waiting to call this timeout now.
If they score, it's brilliant. If they don't score, you could question if they don't get the touchdown. So at this point, you're going for it on 4th down unless you lose yards here.
Again, the Verizon halftime report is coming up shortly with JB and all the crew. Miami's lead over Buffalo is now 16-0 with a minute to go in the half. That audience will be coming in at the same time as this one. You got the Jets in Cleveland. You got Jacksonville blowing out Houston, down in Texas. All the scores and highlights coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
I would use the play now. Every time Tunga's in, he's back in again at fullback. I would use a play action, make everyone think the big guy's in, and throw the ball.
3rd and goal. The toss play, hung out in front. Henderson fights for it, and they're going to say he stopped. Levante David helped blow it up. And the clock is running down.
What a play by David.
Timeout called by New England.
Meet him in the hole. Space tackling. Perfect technique. Great job by Winfield to take out Tonga. Teaching tape on all fronts here, but now it comes down to this. How about David, by the way?
How about how much Henderson tried for a split second to reach out? He came close. He reached out and they brought the ball back in. So not the fumble, but it was close. Take it out.
You're right. That extra effort.
Inches short. So they're going to go for it here on what will be the last play of the half.
You win or lose football games based on plays when you look back. This is a really big one right here that can determine in a lot of ways when you get to the end whether you would have won or lost this game. And Vita Vea shows up right in the middle. Uh-oh.
Here we go. Shotgun time on 4th and goal to close out the first half.
Motion, throw to him quickly.
Looking that way. Throws it. End zone. Diggs. Did he get the feet down? Yes, he did. Touchdown.
Wow. What a throw. What a catch and a toe tap. Diggs is having a game. And 1, 2. And how aggressive. Does he hold on? Gutsy decision throw. But what a catch. That's 2 players making an incredible play.
Picture perfect effort by Stephon Diggs. Had a big sigh of relief for Mike Vrabel. He took it all the way to no time remaining. And the extra point. Borregales is good.
Well, you always knew we have this really high throw, and we can always get this absolutely perfect toe tap on the corners, what we were expecting. That's just 2 players making a play. That's nothing about the design or coaching there.
May had 75 yards passing on that drive alone. 180 for the first half with 2 touchdowns. Let's go to Trace.
Now, Coach, take me through that red zone trip and then that gutsy call on 4th down and the catch by David.
I mean, again, great execution by our guys. We want to
Always watch. Not always.
Oops. Oops, I did it again.
Both these defenses are too good against the run. Sprinkle it in, and let's see how it plays out.
Hey, with touchback here to start the third quarter. Let's get a report from Tracy.
Well, I had a chance to speak with Todd Bowles coming out of half. I asked him about the defense, and he said, we really just gave up two big plays. Certainly the touchdown in the end zone to Diggs and the explosive to Kyle Williams. He said, we need to shore that up. Also, he said they need to get more pressure on Drake May. They blitzed 7 times, but didn't get to him, and they'd like to do a better job on third down.
And sacking Drake May has been something the teams have done with regularity. He's been sacked 34 times. Only Cam Ward, Tennessee, has been sacked more often this season.
Expect the blitz pressure to change a little bit. They want to get the running backs to have to block. So far, they've done an excellent job up front with the protection plan.
Got to him only once in that first half. Here's the throw to Hollins, and he does a little pirouette to pick up the first down gain of 11.
And the throwing on first down, genius.
Look at the numbers in that first half. Remember, May started 2 of 7, and then after that, 9 of 12, totaling 180 in that half, and the 2 touchdown passes.
Such similar. The difference is they took the entire clock out. Baker never got the last opportunity, but he got into a rhythm too. But he's been sitting a long time now. Well done by New England.
Both these teams have been outstanding during the year on their first drives of the second half. Here's Henderson up ahead and taken off. He might not be caught. Inside the 20 to 10, and the rookie takes it home for the touchdown.
Talk about a home run hitter. Josh McDaniels, what a perfect call. This is why I said Matt Hollins is such a great addition. He blocks on the edge. Watch Hollins. He's got to dig it out. But the double team right here will be the difference. They're going to displace the movement up front. Matt Hollins digs out the safety, and goodbye. You ain't catching this home run hitter.
No way. You got to see his speed on full display. 55 yards. They've had 2 rookies now in this game. Williams first, and then Henderson with explosives. One went for 72, this one for 55.
There was a bullet in his heart.
Everyone in this town is lying to us.
Now it's our turn to finish it.
Over the years, the outside changes, but inside, you still feel all the same things.
Mark Harmon returns in the NCIS crossover event. CBS Tuesday and streaming on Paramount Plus.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
In this 6-game win streak for New England, they've scored on the opening drive of the second half every time, and now in Game 7, if they win, that streak would be extended. They've got 5 touchdowns and 2 field goals on the opening drive of the second half over this stretch of time. Johnson only out to the 27. Saturday, by the way, 3:30 Eastern on CBS, another important big-time matchup in the Big Ten. Penn State takes on Michigan State. It all begins at 2:30. College football today here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Baker Mayfield's got to be thinking, now wait a minute, last time I took a snap, we were up 10-7. And now he's saying, I go to the sideline, and I go to the locker room, I come back out, take another snap, I'm down 21-10.
I mean, it's the old double up, right? That's what the old Patriots used to do. Score at the end of the half, come out and do it again, and you just said it. It's been a long time. This is an important drive right now.
Here's Baker out of the gun. Dumps it off across the middle for a quick 6 or 7 to Buccaneers. Now, this is another team, by the way, that has excelled on the opening drive of the third quarter. In their last 4 games on this very series, 4 touchdowns.
Wow, and I think such a big reason of that is, I talked about at halftime, just this is a coaching staff game in some ways where you're setting things up. These concepts, you run these formations, you see what they're in, and once you get a beat on them, then you call your big plays. And they're checking the play, right? Nice little handoff.
2nd and 3 it is.
Got the first down.
White and the first down.
They can run the ball. This is interesting. I would actually stick with it a little bit.
Now look, the standings coming in. New England, of course, already won up in Buffalo, and the Bills are going to have to pull off a comeback down at Miami. And they meet again, by the way, New England and Buffalo, with the Pats hosting on December 14th. And there you see Tampa Bay on top of the NFC South at 6-2.
Monster game, though, because if Buffalo loses, that's technically a 2-game advantage because they beat them already.
Here's Mayfield. And that was thrown in the direction of Abuka.
Well, this is because the pressure up front caused by Tunga. We've already talked about him playing fullback, but just watch the pressure going right through the offensive line there. Feeney, that's a big man. Can't blame you. How important has Tunga been in this game?
Tunga's all over the place. 2nd and 10. Tucker, look at the Patriot wall.
Milton Williams did the same thing that Tunga did on the last play, just pushing the offensive line right back into the backfield. Watch Williams right here. What a great acquisition. So explosive. He's playing at a really high level right now, and that's why they lead the National Football League in rush defense, because you got Ham Tunga, Ardmore right there in the middle.
3rd and 11.
This is where New England's great at, but this is where Baker thrives. Down by 11, second half type situations. Been incredible this year.
Goes for the deep ball, and the pass incomplete. Just over the head of Shepard. No flag.
Shepard had the step. He's going to run a little double push. Shake him there. Davis falls for it, but he needed to take that angle higher. I actually thought Baker threw it where it kind of needed to be away from the safety. Woodson coming over, and he's a little disappointed, I feel like, in Shepard not taking a higher angle more outside to run away from the safety. That was close, though. That was almost another touchdown.
False start.
False
Offense
start.
number 44. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Shot Tucker.
So the Patriot return game this season, they're the only team in the league with both a kickoff return for a touchdown, that by Antonio Gibson, and a punt return for a touchdown by this guy right here, again, Marcus Jones, who are extolling what he can do in so many different areas for this team in that first half. Got fair catch, fumble the football here, but able to recover. Drake May ready to come back out with an 11-point lead. Let's take a look at the game flow presented by Progressive Insurance.
Coming out on the first drive, great job pretending to run a little flat route. Baker looking off. And then all of a sudden, a huge play at the end of the half. And then systematic. Running straight at Tampa, which is rare. Other than Gibbs and Detroit game, you don't see that very often, an explosive in the run game. But they have an opportunity right now. This is the time I've seen, though, where New England's kind of taking their foot off the gas a little bit in some games. I think they've talked about they need to keep the pedal down. We'll see if they do that here.
Go right back to the touchdown maker on the last series. That's Henderson. He might have seen it. Longest touchdown run by a Patriots rookie since 1969, and Carl Garrett. By the way, Marcus Jones was injured and was fortunate to get this back after muffing the catch. He's in the blue tent.
And that is huge. I mean, he's the star. He plays a lot of positions, so versatile, helps them every way. That's going to change some packages, and I don't really know how they're going to affect that. But I would spread them out if he's not coming back, if I was Tampa.
2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries for Henderson.
Remember that pedal gas?
Yeah.
Where they got a little conservative in the past when they get these leads? Sometimes allowing teams to kind of get back in it. Well, they're doing it again. Last thing you want to do is sit here and say, run against a team who just gave up a long run, who's going to come out and bring it for 2 plays, get 2 yards and say, hey, save us now, Drake May. Against Todd Bowles.
Well, they're going to ask him to do that.
This might be a screen here.
3rd and 8. May goes across the body and it's knocked down. Knocked down by Dennis. Denying Hunter Henry a first down catch.
This was what I was talking about. You're putting your young quarterback in harm's way. When I say that, I mean it's a challenge to see the disguise and to decipher what the defense is, even without pressure here. 3-man with a spy. But sometimes you got to protect the quarterback for himself. Drake wanted that so bad, but he's like, why don't you give him that on first down so that way the coverage is easier to decipher.
It's the first 3 and out of the game, Tony, for New England.
They didn't keep the pedal down, did they?
Nope. Long soaring punt to the 8 by Berringer, and well covered. Beautifully done down the field after a 59-yard punt. Pettis on the special teams tackle will check the marker.
During the return, personal foul, blindside block, receiving team number 41. Penalized half the distance to the goal line, first down, timeout.
Bucks down 11, pinned inside the 10.
Texas was feeling unwelcome.
Oh, yeah.
Now Texas is an open door, literally.
Got the first down. Yes.
Warm coats, kitchen favorites, and more at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
Here's to the stop that never stopped. To the flavor that found its way into everything. From just one spot to America's #1 spot for wings. This isn't just a meal. It's an arrival. Wingstop is here.
That unrelenting itch. When moderate to severe eczema is uncontrolled despite treatment, get itch relief fast and skin clearance that lasts with Nemluvio blocks the signaling from IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to Nemluvio. Serious reactions may occur, some severe. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take if you experience hives or plan to receive a live vaccine. The most common side effects are headache, joint pain, hives, and muscle aches. Ask about Nemluvio today.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
That's right. What was I just now? You gotta move!
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
New CBS Friday. Let's go. Make an entry.
Christian Barmore taken to the New England bench after being shaken up. And look at this. Talk about a coach who relate to his players. Look at Mike Vrabel out here. His players in agony for a moment there, holding his hand. What did Mike tell us last night? Here we are in November. They're 7-2. He says the season starts now. It's time for the meaningful games.
And boy, is this one meaningful, and they are showing the world, because this is the one people wanted to see.
Mayfield down the field to...
Pass the field! Yeah.
Pass interference coming.
It's a pass interference against Gonzalez.
Defense number 0. Ball's placed for spot of a foul.
Mr. Gonzalez.
And really, New England has been outstanding in man coverage today. And you've got to take advantage down the field. And too much hand grabbing there by Gonzalez. Holds on to the chest too long, and that'll get called. And yes, Baker, they got it. But I think they got to be more aggressive down the field with some of this stuff. Because right now, Vrabel knows when they're playing man coverage, they made life difficult on Baker.
It's a 22-yard penalty. Setting shot now at the 41.
What is it? 19. That means we're running the ball out to the left.
And then reversing course and going to the right. White somehow got 2 yards out of running about 20.
I think the defense knows what that term is too.
Yeah. We got an update. Bills, Dolphins. What's going on here, Adam?
Jim, Johnny, Bill's trying to come back to Miami. 3rd and goal. Josh Allen picked off. 16-0. Dolphins all over the Bills in a stunner. Bills have won 6 straights against Miami. Back to you.
It is a stunner, especially when you think about last week. We were there at Orchard Park to see them beat the Chiefs in the Thriller.
It's so hard when you have a huge game that you win. And if New England wins this game, that'll be their challenge next week.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Sideline.
There's the first down. Yes.
And Gonzalez again on the coverage of Buca with the catch.
Great route, great throw, perfect timing. Gonzalez with good coverage, but it's really hard to stop a wide side of the field out route. Most guys don't throw that. Baker, he can do it.
Yeah, you're talking about the letdown effect.
New
England in a stretch right now. This is the middle game of a 3-game, 12-day stretch. They'll play Thursday night against the New York Jets. Barmore has come back in for this snap on that defensive front. It's good to see. Tucker.
Got the first down. Yes.
Goes for 11, running behind Otten and others.
Great play design. Great effort from Wirfs, left tackle. Watch this right here. He's going to go down, push, and then get up to the second level and try and get Spillane out of there. I mean, Wirfs is first-team All-Pro last year. They didn't have him early in the year. He's been a game changer. You see the ability to run the ball against the top rush defense in the NFL. Gedeke comes back. Wirfs. Wait till they get all their receivers back, dude.
It'll be an impressive fleet when they do.
It will be. That's where it's like, regardless how it goes, they get in the playoffs and they're healthy. Watch out.
1st and 10.
Got the first down. Yes.
On after the collision. Applied by Woodson. And another first down for the Buccaneers.
Fake wide receiver screen. Take it right there to the screen. Shoulder pump fake and then throw the rail shot. And a great job. Concentration. Knowing you're going to get hit. Protecting the football. Making it look simple. Otten's having a game right now, and this is for all that hard work of helping out in their pass rush that they needed. You get to run some routes now.
It's an impressive drive that began back at the 8-yard line. Inside handoff to Johnson.
Got the first down. Yes.
Great job by Grizzard, the offensive coordinator. He's layering the concepts now. In other words, he's getting in the same looks, running a handoff. The next one, a play action. The next one, just a drop back. The next one, a jet sweep. He's starting to get a beat on what New England is doing. He's an up-and-coming coach right there.
1st and goal, right at the 10. 3 tight ends. In on this play. Bootleg. Baker throws across his body, and it's incomplete. Hawkins on the coverage.
You got your sweet Simon out.
New England, man-to-man, retraces, passes off to the free safety. Corner comes back out. I mean, just a teaching clinic how to run man, and almost get his hands on the ball there. Nothing open. I think New England needs to stick in man and be like, you'll get us on a play. But they're controlling the game when they're in that pretty consistently.
So Hawkins defending that play and shaking up.
He's a good player, too. I mean, he had a great...
Here comes Rabel again, by the way.
It's the Browns. Graves turning into a player's coach.
Yeah.
That tough old guy demeanor is now all of a sudden like coming out of the top room, getting into the locker room with the players. And we talked to him about that.
Yeah, it's not what you know, it's what you can get your players to know. That was one of his mantras.
That's exactly right.
In the red zone.
Isn't this weird?
Defense. Yep. The opponents, when they get in there, have into the red zone, have scored a touchdown 3 out of 4 times, but they haven't allowed them into the red zone many times.
It's hard to get there, but if you do get there, you score a lot. That's what Tampa's hoping to do right here. Problem is, Tampa hasn't been great down there this year, tied for 26, and the reason, in some ways, is all the injuries on the offensive line make it really difficult. So you got to be able to run the ball a little bit and get at least 3 or 4 yards, not 0. And they got stuffed. We saw last game at the 1-yard line.
Pettis comes in for Hawkins in that secondary. It's a 2nd and goal. Pass knocked away. Intended for Ibuka. Gonzalez had a hand in there.
This is high level, like, matchup. One of my favorites. You've got great receiver, great corner, but this is a drop.
Oh, yeah, it was not Gonzalez who knocked it away.
Might have got his hand just in front of the eye line of the ball.
Now you got a 3rd and goal. They don't want field goal, but at least we'll bring it down to a single-score game if they had to resort to that.
Don't be shocked if New England literally lets this matchup be man-on-man and lets everyone else flow over here and help on other people.
Baker from the gun. New England rushing 4. Baker steps up in the pocket. Now flush. Now throws. And it's
touchdown! Yeah. Says Johnson.
Great offense beats great defense. Baker Mayfield extending the play, throwing a dime on the corner. He was covered, but Tez Johnson's ability to extend the play and continue to run. He was covered, and then we call it plaster. Retraces, ran into the middle, and came back out. This team does a great job of that.
They're going to go for 2. We saw this kid, the rookie from Oregon, catch his first NFL touchdown in week 6 against San Francisco, and he even stuck the landing at the end of a 92-yard drive.
9.8.
9.8? You're a tough grader. Now they need a 2, not a .2, a 2.
Got to be movement with the quarterback. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a little play. Bucca has it. Baker's running out to the outside. Bucca with a
penalty flag.
Short. Their version of the Philly special did not work. I think that's a legal formation. We'll see, though.
There is no foul on the play. The PAT is no good.
So this is where he could have thrown the ball to Baker, but guess who was prepared? The well-coached team called the New England Patriots. You ever hear that before? We're back.
Followed by Sunday Night Football as the Steelers face the Chargers on NBC. And Week 10 concludes with Monday Night Football as the Eagles square up against the Packers on ESPN and ABC. Then Week 11 kicks off with Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
When we arrived at the stadium today, the word was starting to circulate the sad news that former Commissioner Paul Tagliabue had passed away today at the age of 84. He accomplished so much in his years, 17 years as commissioner, including new television deals, expansion of the league from 28 to 32 teams, international expansion with games. His legacy is reflected as he's enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We send our deepest sympathies to Chan, his wife, his family, and the entire NFL community. What a man, what a leader. Paul Tagliabue passing away today at the age of 84.
Well, you know his legacy will endure, Jim, both in how the game is played and how it's governed. His leadership and vision, loyalty to the NFL. What a man.
McLaughlin's kick, yard deep, down by Johnson. Right here in this very stadium, he got Tampa to build out this stadium to get a Super Bowl here. I had the honor of presenting Lombardi trophies with the commissioner a number of times before he was succeeded by Roger Goodell.
Yeah, you did.
This was here in 2000, by the way, when the Ravens beat the Giants in Super Bowl 35 on this very field.
Talk about a defense there, and what a moment. It will be missed.
On first down, May launches one over the head of Henry. Try to put a little air underneath that one. It's interesting, Drake May, you know the heritage, the family, they are Chapel Hill legends.
Yeah.
His dad, Mark, was a great quarterback for the Tar Heels. His brother, Luke, hit the buzzer beater to beat Kentucky in a regional final in Memphis a few years back in basketball. And his dad actually, well, listen to Drake say it last night. He wasn't here very long, but he had a tryout. He was in camp with the Bucks back in 1988. Tried to make the team when Vinny Testaverde was early in his career.
That's amazing. Shout out to his dad. Did a wonderful job with these boys.
Yeah.
He's a great young man. This Drake May can't help but root for guys like him and Baker, and just does it the right way.
He's a humble young man. It's a great story in the Washington Post yesterday about how he still drives his first car, which is a 2015 pickup truck.
Is that better than Scotty Scheffler?
Or is it? It's pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. And Scotty,
that makes you humble. Though. Well, I'm going to tell you, I still drive.
Yeah, sure you do. You know better. Yeah, that doesn't work.
You don't do humble. Here we go. Big moment. They've been protecting a little bit on 3rd and 7. One of these quarterbacks has to step up on these big down and distances.
Forced out of the pocket, able to get rid of it. What a job by May to keep the play alive. And Hollins has the first down catch. They had him, it looked like.
This game is going to come down to the quarterback making a big time play, and he does. Hollins does a great job in this route, stressing it vertically. But what Drake May did in the pocket to extend the play, reset, about to get hit by 3 guys, and fires it right there in the middle of, I don't know, something.
A whole mixed bag. Yeah, I see your, people should see your hands trying to gesture there as May is running and flips it. Oh, it went right through the hands of Westover, who tried to bend over to catch it.
See what you did there. Well, this is almost a great play. Just needed to lead him a little bit. Could have let it go, actually. Could have gone to Hooper. But I do think that is these two quarterbacks. Talking about a franchise quarterback. Can you will your team in the second half on a huge 3rd down when things aren't perfect? Coach can't call the play, prove it, and you somehow figure out a way to do it. We've seen Baker do it all year. Drake has as well. Great matchup right now, Jim. 2 MVP candidates going at it.
It's a 2nd and 10. We go with the end around to Douglas. Starter step and just managing to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's close to a great play call. Pressure comes by Todd Bowles, who I can promise you, as this game gets going and they're trailing, the pressure will only be ramped up from this guy right here. He's got 20, 25 design 3rd downs this week alone for this team, and he's going to empty the bucket before this game's over.
There's the 3rd and 10. May Gains about 5 on the scramble.
That was a wicked finish right there for about 3 guys.
Yeah, it looked like somebody could have gotten hurt in that.
It's the one area, talking about a second-year player, how exceptional Drake May is, but 2 hands on the ball. 2 hands on the ball. You saw the 2 fumbles last week. That easily, if the guy you fumble, it's not the guy you see, it's the guy you don't see that's coming from behind. That's why you work on technique so much. So he's got to improve that area a little bit. So good in so many other areas, but it does look like someone did get banged.
It's Henderson who came up limping.
Ooh, they cannot afford that.
And Jennings has already been ruled out.
Stevenson
has been inactive now for the 2nd straight week.
Correct. Now Henderson. You got your fullback Westover. That means we're going all the way down.
And you got Dearness Johnson.
Yes. Means we got 1 tailback.
He gets rolled up here a little bit.
Ooh, that knee. Ouch.
Oh, he doesn't want to take his helmet off.
Here we go. You talking about
for him though is Johnson.
Talk about going deep into the playbook with certain calls. You got to kill a play, go to this play over here. You got to change the call, get everyone on the same page, be on the road against an exotic defense, and now you're going to throw in a guy who has not done it before.
Interesting. 4th and 5. They're going to go for it. Here in the late stages of the 3rd quarter.
The young guys one-on-one against the linebacker out there, Dennis. This ball's going to Diggs.
Vrabel rolls the dice. May throws, and it's
did not get the first down. Yeah.
Trying to hit Diggs. Great job by David to pop out. Diggs just needed to continue on his route right there. Diggs wanted the ball earlier, but David popped out, and honestly, May was just a little late. Right here, this ball should be in the air. At this point, McCollum has the chance to undercut it. Going for it there, a little risky though.
Well, you just saw maybe part of the thinking was they just went 92 yards on their last possession to score a touchdown. Even were able to get a pooch punt and drive them deep.
It's true.
There's a give to White. Bangs ahead for about 4.
I mean, part of it is your playbook gets really small when you bring in Johnson, right? Like, you got a running back who is not going to be able to pick up these exotic blitzes and know exactly where to go. But I feel like you get him an empty so he doesn't have to protect. But if Stevenson's out there on a linebacker, he might be getting the ball.
So it's a 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah, Henderson. I mean, that's Stevenson.
Here's Mayfield. Pressure from behind, able to get rid of it. And that's going to be 3 yards short of a first. That's Marcus Jones, who's been banged up, came back in. Hawkins, who got banged up, he's back in. And they're going to play smart, hurry to the line here, up tempo.
Thought they should have done this a little earlier. Sometimes you can try and drum off sides, go up there and be like, no play, no play, no play.
3rd and a long yard.
Yep, just being that you say no play, so no one jumps off sides on offense. And you get up and try and get an easy first down. 2 well-coached teams.
And they will take it to the 4th with the game in the balance. Which team will pick up the 3rd loss of the season? 7-2 New England. 6-2 Tampa.
Yeah.
start the fourth quarter with New England's lead at 21-16, and the Bucs facing the pivotal down here at Raymond James Stadium. It's 3rd and 1. And I mean, it really looks like 2 to me, but they're calling it 3rd and 1.
Here's a run. Are they going to check and change out of this? Safety's coming down. They check, we check. They might have got him.
Tucker got to fight for
Got
it.
the first down, yes.
To the first down yardage. He's got the first down. The game has had no turnovers despite the wet conditions. We've had 4 rookies score touchdowns in this game so far.
It's a rookie fest. And right here, Tampa trying to get to the correct play. You call 2 plays at the line, motion the back end, see that the safeties are high, check to a run. New England goes, we're going to check to the safety coming low, and almost stopped it. Tampa's been decent this year, Jim, right? Coming back a little bit north.
Oh, yeah, and winning close games. 4 wins by 3 points or less. Baker goes underneath, and it's incomplete. He wanted to go deep. We're going to go to the sidelines to Tracy.
Jim, we talked to Mike Vrabel about what he wanted to establish in New England when he took over. He said it's about holding players accountable, and we see that here. He said it's coaching the action, not the result, and he believes in the connection amongst the team. He told me that after that touchdown, he wanted everyone to get together. He brought them together, talked to the defense. He told them, put all of that behind you, regroup, and go win this football game.
Okay, that defense, though, trying to withstand another possession for the Bucs. 2nd and 10. Dump off, Tucker. And he's down near the 50 by Gibbons, who read that all the way, a loss of 2.
Tonga's coming in. Milton Williams applies the pressure, makes Baker Mayfield move off his spot, and he had no choice but to get rid of the ball. But watch the middle right here, Williams. Right away wins fast. Now you move into Tonga. Ball's got to get out.
They got 3rd and 12 here, right at the 50.
This is where I said quarterback sometimes has to will his team against a tough 3rd down unit.
Throws it to the 41 and down at the 40.
I think you should go for it.
So smart. I'm going for this.
It's going to be 4th and 3.
They gave you the option, though. I mean, take what the defense, aggressively take what the defense gives you. And he did there. A lot of quarterbacks will try and get the ball past the sticks, but that was what was available. It gives you a chance on 4th down.
What will Grizzard send in? 4th and 3. They're going for it.
Got the first. Oh, no, it's a belly flag. What belly flag?
All the way down to the 12-yard line.
This will be coming back. You step up, get up really fast. It's a pick.
Pass interference. Offense number 17.
Oh.
10-yard penalty.
Now
Sterling Shepard. We got another injured Patriot on the field. It's Marte Mapu.
Watch right here. He's going to get hit. Shepard's just going to run
Sterling
into
Shepard.
him. What you want to do is pretend you're going to hit him. Get out of the way. Even though everyone's booing, it's the correct call. And I did like the plan from Tampa. They're going to have to punt now. But if you get up really fast, you know they're going to be in man-to-man. They're not going to let you have a soft zone to check down. But you got to execute it. He really could have thrown that to White, too, who was wide open out of the backfield.
There's no question about that call.
No question. It was correct.
4th and 13. They bring back out Dixon. Ball sails to the 7 and hops all the way in for a touchback.
Up to Tracy's point, Vrabel said, get out here and win this defense.
Yep.
They did their job there.
And that clock coming? If you aim for the king, you better not miss.
Have faith.
Medlock is all new. CBS Thursday, 9/8 Central. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Michelob Ultra Zero. Zero alcohol, just 29 calories. Domino's, get great deals on pizza, bread bites, chicken desserts, and more. And by AT&T, connecting changes everything.
We've had off and on rain here in Tampa. We're in the fourth quarter, and it is darkening skies surrounding the stadium as the Patriots have possession and the lead at 21-16. Henderson, who was shaken up, has returned to the backfield, Tony. He's going to get the pass here, swinging his way. Henderson. It's up about three. If there's one person in this stadium that knows these teams and these coaches the best, it's CBS's very own Logan Ryan, who's been observing with us today, Logan, and all week with our meetings and all. It's been great having you here. You know these coaches. What are we going to see here toward the end?
Listen, both these coaches, Jim, they pride themselves on fourth quarter execution. I play for both of them, so they both expect to win this game. It's going to be a good one down the stretch.
Todd Bowles coming with pressure, you think?
Oh, he's got about 10 more of those third down defenses in the clip, Tony.
I know. You've been a part of them.
It's been great having you with us all week, Logan.
Yes, appreciate it, guys.
Of course, if anybody knows what it's like at both of these teams, it is Logan. He's a handoff goes to Henderson. And I know there's people out there saying, right, Logan was the guy who ended Tom Brady's career at New England with a pick six when he was playing for Tennessee in that wild card playoff game.
That he did. He said, goodbye, Tom. Well, guess what? He played the position that Winfield did there, down around the line of scrimmage. He was all over the place. But we're going to be proud of Winfield on that one, creating a huge opportunity now. Another 3rd and long.
3rd and 9 it is.
They're going to spy him with David right in the middle.
Pass. Caught. Where did they spot it?
Oh, I think he got it.
Oh, they're not going to spot him short.
I think, though, you look at this closely, Hollins did an incredible job of reaching that ball out.
I agree.
That's a big-time play.
Here's Hollins.
Just make sure he wasn't down before he reached it out. Oh, his knee's down. It is the correct call.
There's your reach out.
Knee hit down.
He was down. Vrabel with that challenge flag in his back pocket, thought about it, lets it go. Behringer to a dangerous returner in Cameron Johnson. But they're able to negate his skills. Here's Woods. Charles Woods brings it down after a 4-yard return. 53-yard punt. Bucks down 5, but half possession. 10 minutes to go. The amazing shots of today's game are provided by Nationwide. Give it to White. And he tries to drive back the linebacker. Gibbons picks up about 4 or 5. Let's talk about one of the big matchups today you foreshadowed at the start.
Boy, it has lived up to its billing. Rebecca gets off to the great start. But then Christian Gonzalez locks him down multiple times, like he does everyone. But you can't keep Bucca down. He's too good, and this has been really one of the stories. You look at this in the man-to-man coverages, 7 targets, only 2 receptions, a couple of big ones. But that's going to play out here at the end, Jim. Who wins that matchup could determine the game, because you're going to have to go to him.
Here they come after him, and Baker somehow avoided the first sack, but they got him a second time. Saw one lineman pulling on a jersey, holding a defender, but they didn't flag him. Ponder is the guy that really wreaked havoc here.
Well, we'll just go ahead and watch the interior. They're going to close this pocket down, and Baker, one of the keys to the game, that should have been a sack on most quarterbacks. Ponder couldn't get him down. Then the cavalry comes in and finishes it off. So that was one of the keys, right? Don't just get around him. He's very slippery. You got to get him on the ground. Now, another 30.
And that was a loss of 4 right there. Clock moving inside 9 minutes.
This is the one-on-one. Top guy out there.
Shepard knocked down right away by Gonzalez. And it's 4th down on the punt.
Part of the problem there is I didn't see Bucca on the field, which gave Gonzalez the ability to go guard Shepard. Actually, he was in the slot there, so they were double teaming him with the free safety. Little safe call, I think, for that situation, don't you think? Press man throwing the wide receiver screens. Like, we like it when they're off coverage.
Here's Dixon. His sixth punt of the game, it is a short one. They're caught at the 41 by Jones. That traveled only 33 yards. By the way, next Sunday we got a big one. CBS doubleheader coming up with early action headline by these Bucs taking on the Bills. And then the doubleheader game to almost the entire nation. The Chiefs and the Broncos will be there for that one. So will the NFL Today crew. They'll be there live in Denver. You can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. So the Bucs travel to the Bills, who look like they're going to be handled a loss by Miami today. Wow. Meanwhile, Denver won an ugly game on Thursday night against the Raiders. And Indianapolis won in overtime today over in Germany. Patriots trying to get a win to keep pace with the Colts and the Broncos atop the AFC. As the tackles make way behind the line of scrimmage. Smith taking down Henderson.
Oh, he is the guy that wants to knock your butt off there. He's old school safety. He's got some bad intentions when he comes at the ball. I already had 66 tackles coming into this game, but he attacked it there again.
Defender injured on that play. And now hopping to his feet. It's Logan Hall. Number 90. He's shaking up.
Yep, got sacked. Yep.
Keith Smith. The 7 back 5 yards.
Now you get into most likely a passing situation. You know, it could be a screen, but you don't have to play the play action game because they're going to be rushing the passer, and May has faced pressure at nearly half his dropbacks today, second highest rate this season.
Bucs rush 4. May goes deep, and over the head of everyone. They knocked down May after it leveled him. The pass had Williams in the area plus several Buc defenders.
Watch Vita Vea here. Just throws Wilson like a rag doll there, and you don't have time to read this out, and that hurts, I promise you. And that's because of the minus play on first down where they know you're going to throw, and now they know it again. These teams have played it really safe on 3rd and long screens. Here we go.
3rd and 14. Going to go deep again. He's got a man open, and it's caught in stride by Hollins. Tackle at the 5-yard line. May has shown all year he's one of the great deep ball throwers in the league, and he connects for one for 56 yards.
Stares down the barrel, and watch. McCollum's just looking in the backfield. Doesn't expect you just to turn and throw a bomb perfectly. What a route by Hollins, having a game. And they're chanting MVP for the Pat fans. And look at that, staring down the barrel, knowing you're about to take the shot and delivering under incredible pressure. Wow.
They spotted at the 8. That was Diaby who hit him after the release. He took 2 big licks the last 2 plays. He fakes the handoff and rolls out. Now being chased with a flag. That takes another vicious hit. There's one by Smith, and that's going to bring another flag out. As Vrabel comes in to make sure things are calm.
He's pissed. He's like, get out of here. Wants him to be kicked out. He wants to protect his quarterback at all costs. It's like, you can't do that. You can tell how bad these teams want it, can't you, Jim?
Oh, and again, here we are in the meaningful time of the year, according to these coaches.
It is, and this is a litmus test for New England for the rest of the nation. Buffalo was the first one to say, wow, they're better than we thought. Now it's like, yeah, for real if they win this.
While the quarterback had the ball, holding, defense number 43. That's half the distance to the goal line from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
That's the call. That's the call. There's the hold. Right there, the jersey hold and everything.
So they picked this up because he was still in bounds, they're saying? He's obviously a runner, but
He's taken vicious hits the last 3 plays. Gene, I guess they picked up the flag on the out of bounds.
Yeah, Jim, they're allowed to review that, as we know. And if Drake Mays, if he's still in bounds, even though they hit vicious, if he's still in bounds there, they lifted that flag because he was technically not out of bounds when he got hit. So that's why they removed that and went with the defensive hold.
Okay, thank you, Gene. So it sets up 1st and goal from the 3. They've got Tonga back in, lined up on a wing on the right side. They're going to move him around, and they're going to give it to Johnson. And Tampa Bay up to the occasion with the likes of Anthony Nelson.
I know they've had a couple of runs in between the tackles today, but down here, just remember the end of the half where they couldn't get a yard. They had to throw the ball. I wouldn't wait till 4th down to do it here.
Again, Dearness Johnson, a 7-year vet, signed off the practice squad, elevated. Here's the running back. 2nd and goal. May just throws it away. Again, it was Anthony Nelson, who had a big game a couple of weeks ago. He was right in Drake May's face.
Yeah, Vita Vea literally didn't allow him to move up into the pocket. I mean, he is starting to dominate this game. Take a look right here inside. He's just going to push Bradbury right up into the middle, and that's a matchup that's scary because get one-on-one. Bradbury's a good player, but the size difference is a lot.
Okay, says Vrabel. It's okay. He signals to his young quarterback. 3rd and goal. May. He's got time. Now throws.
It's off! Yeah. Smith got interception.
Was actually guarded by Smith, and he comes off of Henry and goes and helps out. So fundamentally sound defense there. And what a play by Smith. These safeties on both teams are really good. Oh. Everyone stayed in their area, waited for the guy to come to them, and then Smith comes off of Hunter Henry and goes and makes a monster pick.
And it's the first turnover of the game for either side.
It's so close to the best. Baker's got another chance at a comeback victory.
Yes, with 5 and change to go. Starts the drive with a handoff to White. And he's got 5. Woodson on his back. Got the State Farm postgame show coming up after this one. JB will take you around the league for the scores and highlights and all the latest talk about how this all fits into the tapestry of Week 10. Coming up on the State Farm postgame show. Of all the early games in this 1 o'clock window, this is the only one right now, the only one of 7 active games that is under 10 points.
So we chose the right one.
Big break this time for once. Here's White.
Got the first down. Yes.
To the 31. They pick right a lot of times, but you never know how it's going to go.
We've had an incredible run.
Yes, it's update time. Adam Sean, what do you have?
Tim and Tony, Josh Allen fumbled in Dolphins territory, and Miami able to take advantage. Devon Achane, 59-yard touchdown run, 23-6. Dolphins. Wow. 4 minutes to go. Back to you.
That's a big wow. That's a rude awakening for the Bills. Great performance, evidently, by the Dolphins today. 1st and 10. Baker thought about going deep. Instead, dumps it off for 1 yard to White.
Just the attention to detail by New England. These plays, are usually home runs. They had a great design on the outside. Baker wisely checks it down, but it's really because of the attention to detail by New England getting to their spots and not allowing a big play to get behind them. Baker's going to have to do something special, Jim.
2nd and 9. He's done it many times before. He's got it.
Got the first down. Yeah.
Has the 7th catch of the afternoon.
Otten does a great job going up, and they worked up and out throughout the game, setting this up where it's an option route. He can go in or out, and this time he chooses perfectly, and Baker finds him. And boy, he's having a game. And he's pumped.
Yeah, getting a lot more action today with the right tackle. Yeah, Yeneke returning today.
Normally just sits here and helps chip.
Hand off Tucker. Nice little wiggle.
Oh, first down. Yeah.
And Tucker goes out of bounds. By the way, Otten threw a big block. We were just talking about what his role was primarily before today. He helped spring Tucker for 18.
Watch is coming in motion right here, and he's got to change. They're trying to spill it. He does a great job. That usually is a hold, and really allows Tucker to get that wiggle, you call it, to get wide impressively.
Didn't look like a whole lot was there initially.
No. Patience, good blocking, poise at the point.
Tucker becomes the first running back on the season to go over 50 yards against New England. Wow, that last carry. Pass incomplete. That was intended for Cameron Johnson.
The rare time, not only does someone beat Gonzalez, but the rare time that Baker, the ball just comes off his hand, barely off to the side. Still could have had a chance at it, but it just dove on the ball coming off. I'm telling you, this is a future, and very soon, first team All-Pro, Christian Gonzalez.
2nd and 10. Down to 2:22 to go in the game. They take what they give them. They're tackled at the 27. Otten with another catch.
That's the area on the field. You keep attacking any zone that New England has played. That area right there inside the numbers, just outside of the hashes, is really, they've exposed that. When you get man, you're going to need a Bucca to come.
by Lowe's. Tackle your to-do list early with Lowe's to earn your Sunday. And by McDonald's.
Amazing shots of today's game provided by Nationwide on a torn-up field in Tampa, Florida. It's coming down to the last 2 minutes. 3rd and 3 for the Buccaneers, down 5. Mayfield's throw. Almost intercepted. What a collision that was on.
Woods.
That was Woodson that hit him. And a 4th down is on the way.
Tries to fit it in. And wicked.
Gonzalez in on that hit as well. Yeah.
Gonzalez right in between both. Whew.
What a sandwich hit that was. And now you got the play of the game. 4th and 3. Keep an eye on Bucca. He's part of that 3-man stack on the right.
Got everyone up in there, and you're exactly right, Jim. That's the guy who's got to win.
Mayfield in trouble.
They lost. Oh, no, they lost.
There might have been a whistle. It's all for naught anyway. The Patriots defense comes up when they had to with the big stop.
What a job by Chason. I want you to watch on the outside right here. He's going to rush. It's a TE. And he gets great leverage, gets inside, does allow Baker to set his feet, and somehow Baker gets the ball off because they didn't call him in the grass, almost giving him a chance to Todd Bowles. And the Crafts know how huge this game is. The Bills losing today, that's not a 1-game lead. That's a 2-game lead possibly if they could pull this one out in the division.
Yeah, well, the Bucs still have the 3 timeouts. And again, that did not go as a sack, just to clarify. It's officially a completion and a loss of 3.
A lot of game left still with the 3 timeouts right here. Remember I talked about keeping your foot on the gas? They need to do something here. Josh McDaniels is great at these. Don't just run it 3 times and punt.
With Tonga leading, the handoff goes to Henderson. And he's got no gain and a timeout right away by Tampa. By the way, tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes and the future of America's family farms. Followed by new episodes of Tracker, the music competition series The Road, plus Sheriff Country tonight on CBS Sunday.
You want me to tell you what's coming?
I would love to know. This is the down right here where you've got all the options on 2nd and 9.
Exactly right. This is where you don't put your quarterback into a 3rd and 9 or 10 and be like, oh, should we run the clock down?
You like pass here, don't you?
100% run the football on this down and distance.
Still keep Tonga, the defensive lineman, in as a fullback.
They have not used that for play action yet. Each time he's in, they've ran it every time, and they do it again.
They toss it.
I didn't love it.
Nah, the Patriots are going to be...
Henderson breaks his 2nd one for